What do you, me, and Elon Musk have in common? We have the exact same 24 hours each day. Understand that the reason why some people are successful and some people aren't isn't because they have more time. We all have the same amount of time each day. The difference is in the way that we manage our time. And this video, as you can already tell, it's not your typical video. It's not your hyper edited video that spikes your dopamine just to keep you hooked. It's just going to be raw, actionable advice. So if you pay attention for a bit longer than you used to, I guarantee you that you will transform your time management. Just before we start, let me just tell you, I've invested thousands of dollars and hours into my own learning. A lot of them is just gone to waste, but it is a lot of trial and error which helped me 3x my own output, reclaim 50 plus hours per week, and eliminate stress and increase mental clarity. And I've also been able to help multiple different entrepreneurs transform their own time management using what I'm going to be telling you. So let's not waste any time. Your understanding of time management sucks. You probably think that you need to be making the most out of your time simply by working longer hours, by, doing less of what you like, hustling 24/7, and I don't blame you. Okay, this is what hustle culture and all these BS productivity gurus tell you to do. But understand the three pillars of productivity: time, energy, and attention. Now, most of us only focus on the first pillar, time. That's probably what you clicked on this video for. But understand that energy and attention are perhaps more important, because it doesn't matter how much time you have if your energy and attention are out of whack. But first, let's just go over how exactly you can control your time, which is the first pillar of time management, which we'll be covering. So yeah, that's controlling your time, energy, and priorities, aka what you pay attention to. So, controlling your time is first up. Most people feel like they have no time, which is something that you've probably related to as well, because you say yes to everything, you react instead of plan, you confuse busy work with progress, and your day is run by external factors such as notifications or your clients or family telling you to do stuff instead of you being intentional with your time. Now, there's three main things that you can do in order to reclaim the control that you have over your time, and it starts off with time blocking. You've probably heard of this before. Let me just cut out all the BS for you and tell you that this is very effective if you do it right. As you can see on the left of your screen, there's Layla Hormozi, who you might have heard of before. That's her time blocking schedule, and on the right is mine. So yeah, some tips before you start time blocking. You have two types of blocks. There's work blocks and everything else blocks, which can include breaks or working out or spending time with family, stuff like that. Work blocks are usually 60 to 120 minutes long. If you can look at mine, each of the yellow blocks, which are the work blocks, are 90 minutes long. Use a calendar software tool. I think doing it physically is pretty hard, so I suggest Google Calendar or Notion Calendar, which is what I use. Plan the next day each night before you sleep. Use energy-based time blocking, which we'll cover in a few minutes, and take breaks, which leads us very well to our next thing that actually matters when it comes to controlling your time: breaks. Pretty damn self-explanatory. You are an entrepreneur. You are perhaps playing the most mentally taxing sport there is in the world. And unlike athletes who are told that they need to, recover and rest and have physiotherapists and stuff, you are not given the same instructions. Rest as an entrepreneur isn't given the amount of attention that it needs to be getting. But understand that taking a 15 to 30 minute break after every work session is damn effective. And there was a study that showed that increasing productivity by up to 40% was the result of taking 5-minute breaks. And those aren't even the most effective way you can take breaks. So just imagine how much your productivity can increase if you took breaks the right way. Alright, so enough of a rant. Let's go with the final thing that matters when it comes to managing your time, which is planning tasks. Now you can see I've very clearly given you an example of what not to do, which is making an aesthetic to-do list, which is honestly more of a wish list. Because what most of us do is we plan 10, 20, maybe even 30 different tasks each day because we want to feel like we're doing work. We want to feel like we're being productive. But that's not the best way which you can go forward. You need to be planning a maximum of 3 tasks. 1 to 3 tasks per day. And if you look at most successful entrepreneurs, they focus on doing one thing a day. For example, an entrepreneur working on a book, he's not going to work on books, take sales calls, also manage his team, also try improving his marketing at the same time. No, he's only going to focus on working on the book. And you need to be ruthlessly eliminating low ROI tasks. This is so important. We'll go over this once again in a few minutes. And each week, plan out your tasks for each day. So yeah, instead of planning your tasks each day, just plan it over the course of a week so you have proper control and intention. Now, you have control over your time if you've implemented these steps, but your time management still sucks. And the reason is because you can't make anything out of your time. Your time does not matter if your energy and your priorities suck. So let's go over that. Starting off with energy, let me ask you a simple question. If you give someone with zero energy, no energy at all, 10 hours to do a task, and you give someone with tons of energy only 1 hour to do the task, who do you think would get more shit done? Of course, the guy with energy. Of course, the guy who has inputs to actually create outputs. You have to understand that your energy is so damn important because it's a fuel. And nothing runs without fuel. Cars don't run without fuels. Athletes don't run without fuel. And you as an entrepreneur do not run without fuel. So although we won't dive into increasing our available energy in this video, I've covered it in previous videos, you can check them out. Here's how to make the most out of your current energy, okay? Taking breaks, which we've already covered. It just goes to show you how related everything is in productivity and performance science. And there's aligning your tasks with your daily energy rhythms. Now, we all have our own biological chronotypes, which are internal and related to us. So scientists have researched this quite a lot, and they've come up with 4 main chronotypes: lion, dolphin, bear, and wolf. I don't know why the hell they gave these chronotypes the name of animals, but it is very, very effective to understand what exactly they mean for you. So for me, I fall into the chronotype of lions, which is basically early risers, getting shit done in the morning. Most people fall into the chronotype of bears, which is being most productive in the midday. But you might be a dolphin, which is where your energy is just completely out of rhythm, random, scattered, depends on the day. Or you're a wolf, which basically means you're a night owl. Now, what I did was for 2 days, I tracked my energy. Basically, every hour I rated my energy on a scale of 1 to 10. So I suggest you do something similar. Or if you already know what your chronotype is just by looking at this, understand what it is, and then plan your highest leverage or most important task when your energy is the highest. So you've probably heard of the technique of eating the frog and doing the hardest thing first. That is pretty effective at increasing your motivation and discipline, but this is just a better way to live your life in general. Alright? Now let's move on to priority management. This is what I think is the most important part of this video, because you don't need more time, you need more leverage. That's as simple as it is. The truth is, you're wasting a shit ton of time on low ROI tasks, even if you're not aware of it. You need to be ruthlessly eliminating them, and if you think that I'm just yapping or that you aren't wasting time on low ROI tasks, let me just ask you, have you ever taken 30 minutes to audit your tasks, to actually go through them and see what's effective and what's not? Whatever isn't effective, just throw it in the bin, bro. Just be ruthless, be aggressive with this. And alongside this, focus on the high ROI tasks, which is obviously a byproduct of eliminating the low ROI tasks. And to do this, you need to be committing to only solving one bottleneck each week and each quarter. Only focus on one constraint. That is going to actually give you the best business progress. Because if you're working on stuff that's already good or already at baseline, you're not fixing anything. You're just wasting time. So focus on the thing that is holding you back. It might be marketing, it might be sales, it might be product development, whatever it is. Focus on that ruthlessly. Alright, and finally, if you've seen this before, if it looks familiar to you, that's because it's the Eisenhower Matrix, which is a very, very effective productivity tool. It basically helps you understand what to do now, what to eliminate, what to delay, and what to delegate. And it's important to understand this because delegating and automating certain tasks are also very, very important when it comes to priorities. You are an entrepreneur who probably wants to scale to 7, maybe even 8 figures. And in order to do that, you need to stop wasting your time on stuff that's worth $10 an hour when you can just outsource that. And the 80% rule of delegation is if someone else can do it 80% as good as you, delegate it. It's not for you to do. You are obviously very talented. I'm not saying you're not, but understand that there's other talented people out there who can do stuff as good as you. So don't be scared to delegate. It will help you out so much. So I hope all of this helps. Take action on everything you just learned because nothing changes if nothing changes. And if you're an entrepreneur who wants to 3x your double daily output in 90 days, solve procrastination, overwhelm, or burnout, and get back 20 plus hours per week, which will all help you scale your business to your desired revenue fast without feeling like a piece of crap. This is all guaranteed, by the way, on a pay on results basis. Just book a quick chat with me, link in the description below, to discuss how we can help you do this. And yeah, I look forward to speaking to you soon, or if not, that's nice. Just check the video out on the screen right now. And yeah, have an amazing day.